Hello, welcome back to CS 128 Honors. Today we'll be covering structs. So, today we'll be covering defining, instantiating, structs, and then how ownership works around them. Next lecture, we'll cover more in-depth uses and applications. If you want to read more, you can read chapter 5.1 of the Rust book. So, what is a struct? Struct is short for structure, so it holds multiple related values, making it a composite type, so it can be composed of multiple separate types. This is similar to objects in object-oriented programming languages like Java, where you can have classes that have fields and have different functions associated with them. Rust works almost the same way. So, what is the difference between a struct and a tuple? Since in a tuple, you can have various different objects, right? You can have different types, you can have them ordered how you want. When a struct, each piece of the struct has a name. Unlike a tuple where it's .1, .2, .3, you can have field names in a struct. So, here is how you define a struct in Rust. This looks relatively similar to how you would in C or C++, just in a more Rust style of type definitions. Just like C or C++, you use the struct keyword, and then you name each of the fields individually. To instantiate a struct, you can have the normal let expression, then have a struct constructor here, like this, where you have each field name labeled like this, corresponding to what value you want to initialize them as. This would set the brand to Toyota, the make to Camry, and the MPG to 30. In addition, you don't even need to have the order in the same, you don't need to have the fields in the same order. Like for example here, you can have MPG be first, make be second, brand be last. This works because since you're labeling them, it already knows what needs to correspond to what. So unlike a tuple, the order does not matter when you're instantiating it. So, how do you access something from a struct? Just like in tuple, you can use the dot notation to access each field. Except with a struct, you have the named versions, like this. So to access the MPG, you just call your struct.mpg. And the brand is this, make is this. If it's immutable, like here, that means you can change any of the following fields. If the struct is immutable, that means all the fields of the struct are also immutable. Only if we declare it as mutable here, can we change the brand, make, and MPG like this. So, if Rust can intelligently inherit what fields like this, like if you already have variables named brand, make, and MPG, Rust can intelligently see that you want brand to be brand, and you want make to be make, and MPG to be MPG. So you don't need to like do brand colon brand, make colon make. It will know exactly what you want to do like this. In addition, you can also create a struct from another struct while overriding specific values if you'd like. Like here, you can have a previous my car, then you just want to change the MPG to 60 and to make a new struct like this. The other fields not defined here, so since you've defined MPG, you still have brand and make, these will be taken from my car. There is one caveat to this though. Since Rust has borrowing and ownership, doing this is essentially changing the ownership of the my car struct. So you can no longer access the my car, or at least the brand and make fields, since they've been moved to steal car. So since your car has been stolen. If you want to like just copy them, then you can do the fields individually or you can clone a struct. All right, that's about it for Structs. Thank you for listening. Homework 6 is released today, and it'll be due 1 week from now, approximately, next Friday at midnight. All right, thank you for watching. See you next week.